right, y'all. So today's ancestor message is going to be for someone that knows better. Okay. Um, your ancestors are pretty much telling you that you know better regarding some type of choice that you're trying to make or something that you are currently doing. You was raised better, you know better. Um, you don't have the luxury of bliss. What do I mean when I say that? You don't have the luxury of being ignorant. You were raised in a very woke type of lifestyle. I'm speaking to someone that um, has ancestors that have been always there, pretty much put you up on game. You had woke ancestors. They were not slaves. They were not bamboozled, tricked, even if they were working in those societies or, putting on code switching or whatever. At the end of the day, they understood that for people like you, whatever limitations, that it was always there. So they played the game, they didn't let the game play them. That's the best way I'm gonna say it. And so whatever situation that you are handling very irresponsibly, you know why there are some type of delays, and it has something to do with a lack of confidence. If you grew up, if you come from an ancestry where you guys had confidence, that was y'all superpower, then you being in any situation that doesn't allow you to be your most confident is going to make you it's going to make you age faster. It's going to make you die quicker because you are not living in your truth. You're playing a role, or you're trying to drink the Kool-Aid and the Kool-Aid don't agree with your stomach. You can't stomach something. That's what I'm picking up on. Okay. So let's see. See what messages come out of these cards for you. If y'all are new or returning, welcome back to my channel. TT here, your friendly psychic medium on the internet. I do this for the underdogs and the girlies. So you have Healer of Thought, which is the Queen of Swords, if I'm not mistaken. All right, the message is it's time for you to clean up your life. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganized. People who take from you but don't give back should be released as well. You or another person involved in this situation is wise, insightful, and caring, has a wonderful sense of humor, and offers a lot of life experiences. Well, there you have it. I'm hearing some of you guys are allowing adversity to get the best of you. You've been allowing competition, adversity, games, mind games, kind of like play on your confidence. And your steps are always guided. Your steps are always ordered. And so every decision that you make, you don't have to doubt yourself. However, something has been making you doubt yourself in efforts to keep the peace. But there's never been peace because there's never been equality. That's what I'm hearing. Let me put my damn glasses on for this. Make sure I'm seeing things clearly, because that's what I am getting here. I'm gonna lose my keys. Okay, what's the influence in this energy? So you have the Page of Pentacles. Maybe I just need to go back to school. Maybe I just need to get better at something. Maybe I need to change this. Maybe I need to agree more. Maybe I need to be more appealing. Maybe I need to be more agreeable. Maybe I need to argue less. Something to do with your communication and the way you communicate. It's connected to the rhythms. You move the tectonic plates in the earth. You shift grids. You move matter, telekinesis. But it's like you tear through things. You have the ability to tear through realms, dimensions. But what you have to offer is making you feel like it's not acceptable, it's not likable, it's not agreeable, it's not what other people want, it's not what the signs of the times are not asking of you, but are requiring. And you take a lot of hits. People perceive you as being naggy, petty, overly critical, self-righteous, cold, a complainer, annoying, fussy, demanding. But you communicate at your best like that. You're bossy, you're mean, that's just who you are naturally. And so not trying to be that person is making you kind of like an imposter to yourself. Especially if you're subscribing to, the society's narrative of an angry woman, right? Or angry person, and how you talk to someone. Maybe the people that have a problem with it should just stay the fuck out the kitchen. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so you have Saturn in the first house. You could be a Capricorn rising. Grave and composed. Others may see cold and detach. Take their responsibility serious. Work hard. Job well done. Makes them happy. The disciplinarian grew up fast, on the grind, maturity, here to get the job done. So there's something about your life and your experiences, and you don't play no shit. And you are not the evil one. You are not the demon. You are demonized, but you are not the demon. Whatever it is that you do, you are not out here playing on the innocence of others to get where you want in life and playing stupid along the way. You're a realist. And you don't need to use other people to be a realist. So there's more of them and less of you. When people pretend to be all likable, it's like playing with a person's inner child and calling it nurture, but really it's just a way to presume passive control over another person. The Empress energy. We need more empresses like you. That's what your ancestors. The world doesn't need another agreeable parent that wants to say everything right, that doesn't want to rock the boat, that wants to be liked, wants to be friends. You're meant to give the people what they need and not what they want. Yeah. You're meant to get it done, to be the type of empress that makes hard choices, that maybe I make you mad today, but it's what's best for you. Maybe you don't like me because of it, and that's okay. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm here to be your mother. Okay, there's something about the prototype, the original mother. With Uranus in the first house, the past 7 years, there could have been a transit around Uranus. So society, observe the current status of society. And if the current status is encouraging people not to be this way, do this gentle shit, it's making very soft. and the softer is you're when you do that, you're kind of like tenderizing your children to go into a world that you already knew putting them into the world wasn't built for them to succeed and thrive in. And then you tender them up, and now they falling off the bone, falling for every little soft sweet voice, because it was you rocked the cradle first. You talk to them in a way that they wouldn't be able to discern the difference between a mother's voice and someone else's, a true mother's voice. So now that soft, gentle shit, when the next person do it, when they get in a relationship and they use that same tone of voice, it's going to remind them of fucking you. And they're going to assume that it's safe, that it's trustworthy. Little do you know, you sending them off to the slaughterhouse for whoever program they up under. Damn, your ancestors are not playing today. It's an unnecessary sacrifice, martyrdom. You don't have to do this in order to be successful. You don't have to kiss their ass. You don't have to, you don't have to fold. You don't have to give in with what they want. You just got to make better choices. You have to make better spending. You have to have better spending habits. You have to do process of elimination. It may not be like this forever, but for the meantime, if your circumstances requires you to focus on what the needs are versus the wants, and let's say you have children or people that are relying on you, then they too are going to have to course correct, and they too are going to have to understand that you're not losing something or you're not lacking anything because you can't have whatever you want when you want it. You may see other kids do it. You may see other kids feel as if, well, you looking at your situation in a negative eyesight because you're comparing yourself. So it's up to you to teach your child not to fucking compare themselves to other people, how to be grateful for what you have. And these are life lessons and things like that those kids' parents wish their kids understood. And meanwhile, you over here saying, I wish I can give mine more. It's like looking at each other's lives and aspiring on a pursuit of happiness when happiness is already here. Happiness is what you make it. And in order to prepare your children or your offsprings for that reality of the world that they're going to be living in, they need to start finding ways of healthy coping mechanisms to help them process this. I think I need to go visit the mother's channels because something is going on. So we have Taurus energy, but it's in the reverse. So lazy, rigid, spiteful, jealous, resentful, compromising, materialistic, possessive, stubborn, inflexible. So it's like hopeless. There's this hopeless energy, daunting energy. They're also saying that they're watching you lack the confidence necessary to persevere, because your mind is kind of weighing the options. Maybe it would be easier to just go back to a relationship or go back to a certain lifestyle, because at least in that space I can control that area. Maybe it's easier to do that. And so this is your backup plan in the event that you fumble a bag, or you fumble your goals, or you fumble something, but you're preparing to fumble. That's what they're saying. They're saying they're watching you prepare to fumble, because truthfully, subconsciously, you want to go back, but you feel like you got to have a reason to go back. So I feel like a Gemini energy. Some days you do and some days you don't. But the truth is, you're really the only person standing in your way. Okay, so the opportunity is right in front of you, but you're not. You're waiting until circumstances are favorable before you just start it. It's like you're waiting for things to be good for you to share it, for you to post it, for you to put it out there. So your ancestors are saying that the opportunity is here. You have all the resources. There's absolutely nothing that you don't have in your personal possession. Can't say you need a tripod. You can stack some boxes and prop your phone on there. You can't say you don't have the material because you got some type of material. So you really are the only, yes, from the comfort of your home. You have everything that you need. There's nothing else that you need to buy. You can literally create something out of nothing right now. And they keep showing me artistry. It's like, what do I say? How do I convey my thoughts? What if I get it wrong? I mean, at least that's the fun part. If you're starting out fresh, and this is like a new venture, a new opportunity, this is the best time to get it wrong, because you're also practicing at the same time before people even come to see it. So your ancestors are really trying to tell you to tap back into your roots. Remember who you are. Pull out their pictures if you need to, so you can get out of your shell, out of your comfort zone. Also, somebody could have been bedridden. If you had an answer that was bedridden, and like if you are kind of staying in your shell, they're pretty much saying, take me outside. You know, I was bedridden. I couldn't do things. Live for me. Like, you need to get out the house. You need to live because I couldn't. And so I get to experience it of some sort when you go and do it. I don't know. They're saying that your perception around what you have to offer, or what you can create, has to change. Because as long as you do not feel like whatever you have to share is worth looking at, or is up to par in a certain level or industry or whatever, you'll never have the confidence to share it. It's almost like they want you to remember, like, you over here worrying about confidence when we had to, like, work from sun up to sundown, hardly got any sleep, barely kicked our feet up, swollen feet, bruises. And so when they listen to you in comparison for what they had to do and the sacrifices they made to see you through, they're looking at you kind of like, this don't make no sense. It's no one else is getting in your way but you. All right, what's coming? What do you want them to be aware of? What do you want them to be aware of to know what's coming? It's going to get worse before it gets better. Moana. They showed me the scene of the movie when everyone on the island, even her father, banned leaving a certain reef or certain area of the island because someone got hurt before, and so they all became afraid of losing someone else, so they banned leaving and going too far out into the ocean. And there was a part where she was officially leaving, and the water was coming, and she was going against the current, and it was getting rougher and rougher as she kept going. But eventually she didn't give up, and eventually she went over the last wave and things settled down again. That's what's happening for you. You're going over the last wave again, and part of you wants to go back. Like, maybe my boat is going to collapse. Maybe something is going to go wrong. Maybe this, maybe that. And it's very well possible. But just on the other side of that season, 3 to 6 months is what I'm hearing. Worst case scenario, 9 months. It will be completely over. Completely over. And you're going to be so happy that you let this too shall pass, that you took that approach about a situation like this too shall pass. And whatever, it's like, whatever you didn't get the time to heal or reflect on, you're going to also have that season to reflect on it and heal on it. Something about, I think it's September, end of August, beginning of September, there'll come a season where you're able to reflect on it. I feel like the past 6 weeks have been really difficult to start this new chapter in your life. And it feels like it's going to get harder before it gets better, and it is. But you're having a breakthrough right now. And now is not the time to break down. You got to keep your shit together. You will have a moment to cry about it, purge about it, but it's not time for you to break down yet. You got to have tunnel vision at this time. Now is not the moment to be vulnerable. I mean, vulnerable for what you're pouring into, yes. But you don't need to defend yourself. Like, you don't have to explain why you're leaving, why you're changing your mind. You don't have to clarify nothing. You don't owe no one no explanation. The 7 of Wands in reverse is pretty much saying, you could put the blame on me. You could put the blame on me. I know you don't have the balls to say it, and so I'll be the bad guy. So it seems like you're leaving a situation for the better for yourself, and you're done sacrificing yourself. You put in as much as you wanted to put in, but this time I feel like you really mean it, and you're about to really blossom. Okay. I feel like you're done. You're done saving someone from karma, because there is a 4th person in the picture. Like, you're done being the scapegoat in a situation and trying to constantly see things in a different way for someone else. Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if this is your wish or someone else's wish, but they're saying that there's a wish here to go back to something, or maybe you have an idea. You know that you could be doing so much better further off in life if you weren't connected to somebody. If you put down this burden and you stop letting someone else take the lead, and you took the lead yourself, you feel like you would be further ahead in life. Not only would you be further ahead, you feel like you would feel your most confident. You would feel your best again. That's what it's giving me here. Like, you've been contemplating if you should continue giving to someone, or you should, like, let them go. Because that's what the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is. Let this go. And allow someone to do what they want to do, because it seems like you've been working really hard to keep someone on the straight and narrow, on the right path. You're keeping you're making it work. You're keeping it alive, and you're burning all pistons. Like, you're burning both candles on both ends. You're working overtime, and so part of you is saying, this has been an unnecessary sacrifice. You feel like you've been a martyr. You've been Captain Save-A-Ho, Captain Save-A, in a situation. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune and the... Yeah, this person's not going to admit it. They're not going to admit it. They're not going to say it. And I feel like neither are you. I see you in this position where you know what they want to do, and you're allowing them to make it right or make it up to you. But no matter what this person does, you're going to always feel like they're settling. Like they're settling, or they're just tolerating you. There's this energy of tolerance. And it's fucking with your self-confidence. And it's making you feel very, not like yourself, like your powerful, confident self. It's kind of making you feel like, huh. You almost wanted to let someone see for themselves. It's like they said, like, give it a shot, give it a try. And then you're like, okay, let's give it a try. Let's give it a shot. And then you give it a shot, you give it a try. And there seems to be some type of plans, some type of arrangements, and it falls through. Meanwhile, you're giving someone the opportunity to do better, show better, to turn over a new leaf. But with judgment in reverse, this is pretty much saying either they didn't call you, clarify the wish. What's the wish about? This is like playing gaslighting. Like, I mean, if that's what you want to do, it's like you're asking this person to explain to you, to clarify to you, like, what do you want? Tell me what your heart is. Where do you want to go back to the past? Do you want to be here? And this person is like being very elusive. They're being very passive. They're like, listen, if you don't want to be in this relationship, cool. So they're putting it back on you. It's like you're pretty much saying, if you don't want to do this or you don't know what it is that you want, I might as well leave. And this person's response to you is like, hey, listen, if that's what you want to do, I'm not finna force you. I'm not trying to convince you. I've already done that. If you're not happy in a situation, you can go. You know, not saying this person doesn't tell you. Like, I feel like if this person would just say like you can leave or they don't want to be with you, it would make it a lot easier. But they're not giving you that. They're kind of just saying, if that's what you want to do, I understand. And it's making you feel like, well, shit, was that the plan the whole time? Six of Swords. Was I just a bargaining chip? Was I just someone to move on with? Was I a rebound? And it's making you wonder. Like, did I miss the signs? Was I not paying attention? I feel like this person told you that they wanted to start a new life with you. They told you that they wanted to, like, have children with you. They want to see a future with you. It's going to take them time to get there. And I feel like you didn't reject this person. You were very open to them about it. You at least that's one thing y'all could have agreed on, is that you guys wanted to do things differently, do it y'all way. Y'all had some type of plan. And then someone's like being irresponsible, no call, no show, lack of communication. So I see you matching someone's energy around a familiar pattern. Like, you stop being generous towards the person when you start to feel as if they are kind of being elusive or secretive, and it leaves you to wonder. There's something about this person who was giving you a lot of reassurance and now they're not. And so I'm seeing you do certain things with this Seven of Wands where you're not defending this connection. You're not being generous to it. You're just letting the chips fall where they may. I feel like you're also being very blunt and very honest. It's like, nope, this is the bed that you made. This is what you're going to lie in. And I'm not trying to change your perception. I'm not trying to save you. This is what it is. Four of Cups in reverse. It's like, I'm done pouting over this. I'm done investing in this. You gonna suffer. You gonna pay me in tears. You gonna cry. I can't even sing, y'all. Yeah, I feel like you find out some type of secret with the Six of Swords. You found out some type of secret where someone was involved, or someone helped, or someone went somewhere that you didn't want them to go. Hey, this could be giving someone a ride. This could be helping someone, get through a difficult season, helping them in their own situation. And that's not what you guys agreed on. And then they didn't communicate with you first, and they didn't talk to you first, which makes you really feel like, what the fuck? So that's what we're doing now. And I think it really made you feel like this person is like working on something or doing something behind your back. It really fucked with your trust. And they're gonna have you too. You're like, fuck that. No. Let's get some closing messages. With the King of Swords in reverse, you feel like when this person gets in this energy, it's because they're like deliberately pushing you away so they can do their own thing. So we have surrender in reverse. So your ancestors are saying, that it's irresponsible and this connection is not going to work, but you can't quite give it up yet. Like, you aren't able to really release this person yet. Abundance in reverse. You've invested too much money and resources. And with abundance in reverse, it's like you want your reimbursement. You want your due justice. And you feel like this person is getting away with it. And that's kind of like why you keep repeating this cycle. They really have... Like, you don't trust nobody. The way this person has lied and gone in circles, you don't trust nobody. And I feel like this relationship, like I said, you're learning a very valuable lesson about relationships and the entanglements that you will wield yourself into to get what you want, and how oftentimes it may leave you feeling unrecognizable to yourself. But it's also the path that helps, the catalyst that helps you find your way back to yourself at the same time. So I hope these messages help. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Until next time.